The federal government says it has recovered more than 3.2 billion naira of stolen monies from various jurisdictions globally between March 2021 and May 2022. Now, this position is according to the Minister of Justice, who is also the Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami. The minister also stated that the ministry is helping the federal government cushion the effect of the 329 billion naira infrastructure funding gap. The AGF disclosed this at the 46th session of the State House briefing organized by the Presidential Communications Team in Abuja. TVC News State House correspondent Femi Akonde has more.
The Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice reels out the achievements of his ministry within the last 18 months. From prosecution to conviction to recovery of looted funds and the overall justice dispensation system. The Attorney General of the Federation says the federal government has secured 1,000 convictions on terrorism, even as the military continues to bombard armed bandits and other criminal elements ravaging parts of the country. There has also been 312 other convictions for various criminal cases recorded within 18 months. In collaboration with the international community in the dispensation of justice, Abubakar Malami says his ministry has successfully executed 350 mutual legal assistance requests and over 50 extradition requests. One of these extradition requests was from the United States for the suspended Deputy Commissioner of Police, Abba Kyari, implicated in a multi-million-dollar money laundering fraud.
There are people that were alleged to have committed crimes in other jurisdictions and perhaps maybe run into Nigeria. And arising from the mutual legal assistance support arrangement entered into between Nigeria and other countries, we have a responsibility on demand to look at the demand, take judicial processes and steps to ensure at the end of the day, those fugitives are made to answer to the justice of what they have done.
He says the looted funds recovered by President Muhammadu Buhari's administration are properly accounted for. And so far, the ministry has recovered more than 6 million euros from various jurisdictions between March 2021 and May this year.
Among the major recoveries made by the Office of the Attorney General was the $322 million recovered from Switzerland, which money was indeed deployed by the government of President Muhammadu Buhari in reduction of poverty. And that was what was used arising from the international understanding, international consensus in the trader money, earn power, school feeding program, and associated social investment programs. And that had indeed translated to a massive reduction of poverty.
The minister explains the controversy surrounding the planned deductions of the $418 million Paris Club refund from the Federation account and the face-off with the Nigeria Governors Forum over the matter.
The governors, collectively and individually, presented a request to the federal government for refund. And among the components of the claim presented for the consideration of the federal government was a component relating to the payment of these consultants that are now constituting the subject of contention. So the implication of that is that the governors in their own right recognize the consultant, recognize their claim, and presented such claim to the federal government.
The Attorney General insists his ministry has significantly contributed this quarter to the running of government and fulfilling the promises of delivering good governance based on the rule of law and sound democratic values in accordance with best practices. Femi Akonde, TVC News, Abuja.
And as the federal government steps up prosecution and convictions of terrorists across the country, the Defense Headquarters says it has arrested 2 more ISWAP terrorists linked to the attack on the St. Francis Catholic Church, Owo, in Ondo State. The latest development now is that security forces are on the trail of other suspects involved in the attack on the church. With the new arrests, the number of those in custody rises to 6. This just as troops rescued 52 kidnapped victims. TVC News Sifon SCN reports.
In the last 2 weeks, security forces have forged closer ties in operations resulting in a number of success. The arrest of the mastermind of the attack on the St. Francis Catholic Church, Owo, and his accomplices is one outcome of collaboration. As investigations continue, security forces are looking to bring in more suspects.
Yesterday again, I sent out another press release of the arrest of 2 additional suspects linked to the attack on the Owo Church.
In the counter-insurgency operations in the northeast, troops rescued 109 kidnapped victims in the last 2 weeks.
Troops also neutralized 29 terrorists, arrested 55 suspected Boko Haram terrorists and their collaborators, rescued 52 civilians. Also, 128 rounds of ammunition, 5 bicycles, 12 AK-47 rifles, 4 motorcycles, and several mobile phones were recovered from them.
In spite of this, the security challenges continue to evolve. But what seems to be working for the military authorities is improved collaboration with other security forces. Recent achievements by security forces reveal improved collaboration between the armed forces and allied security agencies. Sifon Esien, TVC News, Abuja.
In other news now, the Ogun State Commissioner of Police has reassured residents living or plying the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway corridor of their safety. Now, this comes in the aftermath of robbery reports said to have occurred on the Long Bridge recently. TVC News Theophilus Elama has more.
Footages from the scene of the reported theft shows residents in panic mode as everyone is unsure of what's coming next. This happened on Wednesday, but on Tuesday a report went viral of several people kidnapped on the same corridor in the early hours of the day. This, the Ogun State Commissioner of Police says, is untrue.
This time around of the day, look at everybody. I'm also here.
The ongoing construction on the Long Bridge is at the heart of the crisis, as the 4-lane road has been reduced to 2, leading to a gridlock. The recent incidents have created fear in the residents who want a better security architecture in the area. In response to the situation, Ogun State Commissioner of Police decided to visit the area to inspect things for himself.
And I must say I'm satisfied with what I have on ground now. We have both men on vehicle and motorcycle patrols, as well as men on surveillance patrol. Like I pointed out, what we have here actually is a result of the road construction work that is going on, which actually has resulted in a build-up of traffic. Be that as it may be, we have a duty to ensure that commuters here have a sense of security, and that's why we have deployed more assets and personnel on this corridor to ensure the safety of commuters.
Already men of the force have been deployed to the scene at strategic areas to forestall a reoccurrence. The Commissioner of Police says residents and commuters have nothing to fear any longer.
We actually are going to embark on what we call high visibility policing. Commuters will feel the presence of not just policemen, other security agencies too, who are partnering with us in this project to ensure that they have this sense of security.
Recall that the federal government had given the construction firm a period of time to complete the work on this road. Many believe that a substantial intervention in the security architecture of this expressway will be meaningful in ensuring that the activities of hoodlums is greatly reduced. Theophilus Elama, TVC News, Lagos.